Yo, yo, yo. I want to welcome you all back to Corner Store Scoff, episode 7. I go by the name Champ, and now I'm your host.
Hop in that car, I be kicking and spend so much L's that I took, I be gigging away. Niggas keep back 50, they gigging again. Once you do some fuck shit, we ain't speaking again. So a nigga fucked up and they leaving again. So my up down bag, get the squeezing again. We gon' keep going hot till they free all the men. We gon' keep going hot till they free all the men. Free all the men. Bye, 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 bye.
Before we get started, I want to thank everybody who subscribed to the page. For those who haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe so you won't miss out on this dope content. With that being said, today's episode, being that this year is the 50th anniversary of hip hop, it's only right for us to talk about the culture and let y'all know how the culture influenced us coming up. My guests, starting from my left.
Raslam, man, it was good. Happy to be on the corner store Scoff. Just coming to chill with Champ, talk what I know about my history and what it did for me.
Spooky, Rossi, go by a couple of names. Happy to be here on Corner Store Scarf, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Stand up.
1212, Bill Yawns, Monster, Billy Hendricks, Brooklyn. Shout out to all the free lunch programs. My brother, whatever he want me to do, we doing it. That's what we're doing.
Buddha Chief, formerly known as Vaughn Jeff, here just chilling with family on the show. This is family right here. So like, we're in our backyard right now. So kicking it right now. For real.
Habitat.
No doubt. Let's get right into this shit, man. Starting on my left, Slime.
Yeah.
At what age did you first start listening to hip hop? And what impact it had on your life, influences it had on your life at that age, at that time?
I want to say like probably about 4. I think Biggie, what was that? The Funk?
Funk?
I think it was the Funk.
Machine Gun
My uncle, it was one of them, that or the Struggle, I think. The Struggle, I think, with Method Man, if I'm not mistaken. And my uncle was like the What? That's what it was, the What. My uncle was like a heavy Jay-Z, heavy Biggie, Jay-Z fan. So me being with him every day, being in that car, that shit is just knocking all day, hearing that. He might throw Biggie shit back 1,000 times. To the point by 5, I knew the whole album.
Right.
Like I was
At age 4. That's the influence big had on all of us at a young age.
Yeah.
Facts.
Word. Chef Spooky, same question.
I could say about, I like 5, 6 years old, I was definitely influenced with the rap culture, but it was a little bit bigger than that. I came from a family of music, so it wasn't just rap. It was all type of music in my house. You know what I mean? I came up from just music, period. It wasn't just rap, and I was singing, I was doing a couple things. So me, it was just natural for me to be involved with the music. You know what I'm saying? It was like embedded in me. I was big on Wu-Tang. You know, the hip hop culture changed my whole life, even the way you dress. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to look like Meth with the hair and the dreads and, you know, Pac. You know what I'm saying? Big. It was a bunch of, you know, and everybody it was controversy of who was better back then. You know what I'm saying? And who they liked more. So you could see who was down with what and who liked who by the way they dressed and how they act. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely was a big impact, you know what I'm saying, on the culture.
I want to get you going back to the What, I actually think Matt beat big on that.
Meth was a problem.
At that time, I thought
meth was hurting a lot of people at that time. Meth was
too though.
But meth was crunching a lot of people up at that time. It wasn't just big. You had to be in problems. He was him. He was him. METHOD.
And that was the first song he stepped out of Wu-Tang on. That's the first feature like he actually stepped out.
Crazy.
That's the first one that he stepped out on.
Shout out to Meth. Shout out to Big.
Shout out to Meth and Big.
I remember that summer bump.
He's the greatest though, hands down. But
that's controversial.
That's controversial. We can't just
say Big. We from Bed-Stuy, so of course we say that. You know, we can start talking about if we really want to be technical. We can say Big, not from Bed-Stuy. But if y'all want to play that game, we can play that game. Y'all don't want to go deep into it. That's Clinton Hills he's from. He's not from Bed-Stuy. Let's be realistic. You know what I'm saying? But it's Clinton Hills, man. That's Clinton Hills. Anything on that, the zip code tell where you from. You know what I'm saying? That zip code is everything.
People didn't want to have that conversation though.
They don't want to have that conversation because they want it from here.
I still got
Jay from the style. Big is from Clinton Hills. There's no debate.
That was my man. But yo, back to
the question.
I wasn't into the I liked all kind of music when I was younger, but I got into hip hop like high school. Like, that's when I really knew, when I started fucking with it. Like, what I mean? We was, fucking around at the tables, playing around. And then, that was our thing. Like, who gonna go, who gonna, and that's what made me really get into like the hip hop. You know what I mean? Looking forward to seeing who gonna say what at lunch and always
beating on the table.
You know what I'm saying? That's what did it for me. That's when I really start. Younger than that, I was just running around happy to be outside. I didn't really want to sit down and listen to no music. Like, you know what I'm saying? We was being bad. We playing Red Man, Flies Up and shit. But high school is where I really channeled in like, all right, this shit is it right here. You know what I mean? Like Shook Ones, shit like that. Like, Shook Ones made you want to go to the store. Like, man, you want something from the store? I want somebody to stop with me today. Like, you had them certain songs you want to get on that train with. I'm playing this shit on the train all the way to my basketball practice. Shook Ones, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was a time, high school.
High school. Sheesh.
Well, for me, like my first observance of hip hop was like my mom. I don't know if it was my mom's or my uncles. They had like a crate with like records in it. And they had moved from Wyckoff Projects to Bed-Stuy, and Dane the Dane was from Wyckoff. So they had this record. It's a red cover, and this record was Dane the Dane Nightmares. So somebody, I don't know who was always playing it, but it was so repetitive and catchy. Nightmares of the night.
That's my joke.
It's like I caught on to it. So like I would take the records and then put it on the record player and all that kind of stuff. And I would see like my uncles getting dressed, and they would be in the mirror, like beatboxing and doing like this and getting dressed and all that kind of stuff. So that was my first observance of it and not really knowing what it was. But when I was in public school, I was like in the 4th or 5th grade. My cousin, he was 2 years older than me. And he would tell me about like the dance routines. And he would write my rhymes for me, like memorize this. And, that was my first introduction to it. And even like a dude like Paul Kane, we went to the same junior high school. He was like a rapper in public school, like really like kicking shit. And I'm like, these dudes is grades older than me. So I'm like, yo, this shit is fly. Like, you know what I mean? Then I just got to the point where it was like, I want to write my own shit. And then from there, it was like, it was preschool raps and all that kind of stuff. But it was like, it just, as you got older, it affected the way that you dress, the way that you walk, the way that you talk. And you know what I'm saying? If you knew certain songs and could recite them, you'll fit into certain groups.
It's a big fact. It's a big fact.
So what, since you on that top, what makes you fall in love with hip hop? Was it the beat, the dance moves, or the lyrics? But in the 80s, there was a lot of dancing, funky beats.
What made me fall in love with it was like, so at the block parties, if you knew how to dance to the music, you attracted the girls. You know what I'm saying? And if you knew how to recite, if you memorized the lyrics of certain songs, you could recite them, that attracted your peers around you and stuff like that. So I remember like, milk is chilling, Giz is, you know what I mean?
Right.
That was one of the songs, like, that was a summertime anthem. You know what I'm
showing your age, boy. Showing your age.
But that was, but that was one, and they from Brooklyn too. So these are people these are from the neighborhood.
That's
you know
one of the first songs me and my cousins be known from start to finish.
Right.
We're all waiting till the last part. We say dance until your breath is going. We stop dancing at that part.
Yeah.
I remember this shit like yesterday.
For real. And then we 50 years in now. But all those elements, you know what I'm saying? But because, you know what block parties mean to us. You know what I'm saying? You go to other blocks to block parties. You know what I'm saying? And like that whole big ass speakers and the kids dancing, wheeling your bike, playing hopscotch and all that kind of shit. All of that was an element of hip hop. The culture. You know what I'm saying? So like the way that we lived, we just was engulfed in that shit. So like, we didn't know it was hip hop then. We just thought it was like music we listening to. But it was a culture. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I really fell in love with, you know what I'm saying? And I'm from the same, I'm born and raised on the same block as Big Daddy Kane. So like, I didn't know who he was at that particular age, but I'm seeing this dude with jewels and cars and people gathering around him and like asking autographs. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like gravitated towards that shit. And as I got older, when I was in Smith & Wesson video and I went to school the next day, they like, I saw you in a video. That shit right there lit me the fuck up. That attention.
Right.
Yo, I saw you in a video.
That was my whole shit. Like my whole shit was the tension. It's like when I first got in when I first started rhyming and shit, you know, niggas, I was playing around in high school. My man was like, yo, you gotta, you know, my block, we had organized rhyme family. These all the niggas get money on both of the blocks. So they got a whole, you know, they fuck with Daddy, all these niggas, they older, they get money. So my man like, you gotta go in the lobby. I'm like, nigga, I ain't rhyming. Nah, you nice, but I didn't know I could do that shit on the level of what they doing. But I'm better than them. So, you know, one day I'll just go in the lobby, 30 niggas in the lobby, they like, you little Troy, you fuck you. Nah, that nigga I spit some shit. Now, they like, yo, nah, you part of all. So I got all the drug dealers and all the gangsters coming to pick me up from Boys and Girls. Yo, boy, we gotta go right. We gotta, you know, they taught me how to, you feel me? Like, so now around amongst my peers, like anytime niggas is rhyming, it's like a hype. They waiting for me. Where Bill's at? When Bill's come over here, he going, you feel me? Now when I come, everybody like, who this nigga? Like that's what I like. Right. That's what made me fall in love with the shit. Going places and niggas like, oh yeah, this nigga Bill's here now. Niggas don't, you know what I'm saying? So that's what made me really keep fucking going at this shit. And then, you know, it's just like, sometime when you down, like you just don't, nigga be like, yo, Bill, yo, son, yo, keep going on. You know what I mean? Cause you know, you ain't really making no bread. We ain't making to the level to make Big Daddy Kane or nah. You know what I'm saying? We did what we did, but just people coming to you and giving you that extra. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. You fucking son, niggas ain't, you know what I mean? That should make you that'll last you 2 years. I gotta, you know what I mean? Every time you down, somebody that come, you know what I mean? So that's what it be about. It's about the people, how they gravitated to me because I was doing that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I liked about the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's
I kind of fell in love at the competitive part of it. I grew up in Bed-Stuy. It was a bunch of crafty rappers in Bed-Stuy as himself. He was mentioned that when he was kids. Right. Had dude like Versace from, you know what I'm saying, that Versace, that Rod Dollar. They had Castellano. They had a bunch of dudes that was nasty from Bed-Stuy. And it was a serious situation where they was grabbing, like me, young, we're gonna go over here to the projects and you better get busy because we betting. You understand what I'm saying? So it was a competitive sport of it. And then I fell in love with the crafty part of it that everybody wordplay different. Everybody wordplay different and they viewing life totally different. Right. So that was the best part of it too, because you might catch somebody that rap totally fast. You like, man, what made him start rapping fast? But he probably had influence of Daz Effects. You never knew what influence he had over it. You know what I mean? At J. Rue the Damager. These is people that I grew up under. You understand what I'm saying? So it was always somebody that you came across that you was like, damn, that boy was nice. You know what I'm saying? Even though you did your thing, you respected their energy too. It just let you know that you had to get on your pen game. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You
had to be original.
You never know when it's gonna happen. You never know when somebody gonna put you on the spot. So I was I fell in love with the competitive part of the situation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still like that.
Me, I don't know. That's a good ass question. Probably Brooklyn Finance. When I heard Full Green, when you just shouting out everybody hood, and him looking at my uncle just bug out, riding in the V, you know, back then, y'all niggas just driving pipe. I'm a little nigga in the back seat, got the window down, you hear that shit, you hear your hood, best stop, excuse me, Flatbush, you know, niggas going crazy, might be niggas in Flatbush, like, oh, nah, this shit is, you get out the car, everybody know what it is now, wherever you pull up at, you know, like, this is it right here, like, and it also go hand in hand with everything else. I played ball growing up, so it was like, I get hype off of, I can't play ball without hearing it, the right locks, the right gold, the right big, the right whoever it is. I mean, like, so it always went hand in hand. Nigga want to get fly same time. I'm wearing the shit Jay-Z had on. Nigga made the nigga go get a button up. I'm fucking 12, 13 with a button up on. Don't know nothing about this shit. But it's just that type of shit to know that we control the narrative of whatever's going on. Like hip hop really control whatever narrative it is. Like that shit. Like even to movies, like even the movies and shit like that. Crooklyn. That shit fall back to hip hop. Everything. All that shit just still fall back to hip hop. How niggas wearing their jerseys, how they wearing their pants, sneakers. Some niggas might tie it, might keep your shit moving. To the athletes. That all shit fall back to hip hop. Regardless, I don't fuck what you doing, they fall back to hip hop, man, with that culture, for sure. So that shit just made me fall in love in that type of way.
You want to be with the tune the slime. You can remember what was the first album you ever purchased on your own? What was your favorite song with that album?
Dynasty. I purchased on my own, like where and copped it. I want to say the Dynasty.
Dynasty?
Yeah, I think it was the Dynasty, if I'm not mistaken.
Your favorite song?
What was that theme song to The Sopranos?
Playing on the key of life. Mental.
The intro. That was my shit.
That's the
album. Once that shit cut on, the theme song, once you hear that, theme song to The Sopranos.
Turning a superhero out this
that shit. That intro was crazy. But yeah, I think it was.
We put everybody on it. His whole roster.
Yeah.
I think it was Dynasty was like for me. Streets is watching all that shit. I was listening to it, but I wasn't old enough to understand the lyrics yet. Like now I'm like, to this day, I probably be listening to shit like, damn, he was saying that shit back then. That
certain songs now I listen to them, I'm like, oh shit, now they're really talking about. I mean, some shit I wasn't getting back in the day. It's like,
wasn't old enough to grasp it.
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck.
Can I say something real quick though? I'm gonna keep it 100 with everybody. When Big was alive, I wasn't really tuned in to Jay-Z. So I was really like a Wu-Tang head. But what the reality is, as I got older and started to get involved in the streets and started to listen back to Jay-Z shit, I was like, yo,
I always like Jay.
I didn't know what he was talking about when I was younger.
I always was a Jay nigga. I always was Jay. I love Big, but I love Jay. Like I
Reasonable Doubt. It took me like 5 years.
Yeah, it took me a minute. It took me a minute.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
As a kid,
I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all might kill me.
But I didn't really understand.
Y'all might kill me, man.
Shit,
I just turned to Jay fan.
Jay fan?
Just turned to Jay fan like about.
Hold up. Remember when we was in high school, you told me about that he had a camp, like a rap camp or some shit like that?
That was years ago. But I wasn't a fan of him though.
Okay.
I never felt that he was crafty like Big. You understand what I'm saying? I think Big taught him a lot. I think Big rubbed off on him. I ain't saying he wasn't a nasty rapper, but he changed his whole dialect, his whole style of rapping after he got around Big. And there's proof for that. There's proof, the proof in the pudding. He was a fast rapper. He was rapping fast. You know what I'm saying? He slowed this shit down so you can understand him. And that's probably why I didn't like him. I can understand him now because he's slow and he talking. And it was times that he was too far advanced for me. That's probably why I
That's
couldn't
what it
get.
was for me. He was
That's why I
advanced.
probably couldn't get into it. But now, when I'm older now and I'm into a lot of stuff now, and I will play it back, I was like, damn, bro, was a different type of motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jesus
really
Christ.
talking that shit.
He was talking it too fast. He was too ahead of his time.
Street shit, hustle shit, and niggas, if we was too young
To understand
we
it.
wasn't into that. The niggas that we was fucking with, the older niggas, they was into
They was into
understood
it.
And that's why they was on him like that, because he was talking shit that he
keys
could
and all
feel.
that. We wasn't doing that. We was pack boys. We was niggas in the lobby. Hold this, do this till we come back. Take this upstairs. We not dealing with the math, the breakdown, quarter bricks, this and that. We wasn't dealing with that.
I fell in love with Smoother Hustler and Trigger the Damager. Broken Language.
Yep.
That was my thing. I was stuck
crazy.
on that.
That's
That's what I was stuck on. That's what I grew up on.
Shout out to Trigger and Smooth.
You feel me? But, you know, we showing our age right now. So my thing was, that was more or less for me to understand a little bit more better. You know what I'm saying? Hook off on your hooker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, damn, like, what the, that's my, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Tough, they rough. You know what I'm saying? Then I had an older brother in the house, and, you know, his thing was Pop. He was big on Pop. He was more big than Pop. He didn't care nothing about big. He was all Pop. Because, you know, Pop was real wild. He was real violent. He was rebellious. You know what I'm saying? And my brother was going through the same exact thing. So I watched him change his whole demeanor just off of Pop. You know what I'm saying? He just turned into a different person. So I watched different things change in my household. It'll change your household up. This rap culture. You know what I'm saying? So even we started calling females out of their name off of rap. Rap did this. You know what I'm saying? We felt that it was cool to do that. This is why Queen Latifah came out with that, who you calling a B. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely played a part in our life because we thought it was cool to call a female a bitch because the rappers was doing it. You understand what I'm saying? So it definitely had an impact on us in our house. You know what I'm saying? I was getting cursed out. My big cousin had NWA in the house. And he couldn't play that when we was around. My aunt made sure he ain't play that. Don't play that shit when he here. Don't play that shit when he here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the police, all type of crazy shit. You know what I mean?
Reckless.
Them NWA was crazy.
The skits was crazy.
I remember
all that shit.
What was the first album you bought yourself? What was the song?
It was so crazy. So much music in my house. I didn't even think I even bought an album. It was dead for the taking already. But if you, a song that really like was influential to me, Who Shot You?
Huh?
Big, Who Shot You? That was my thing. I love Big, Who Shot You? Love it still.
Yeah.
To this day. I be pumping it to this day. Who shot you?
That shit sound like he just made that yesterday.
I think big music is still better than
Timeless, bro.
niggas music today. That's how far ahead of this time.
That shit, that Who Shot Your record, that shit, you feel that shit in you.
I got goosebumps
like
off that.
Like the Shook One joint, like that, like them kind of records. It's like,
right. Knowing
your heartbeat sound like Sasquatch feet.
Whether that's for him or not, it just make you get away. Getting chills and shit.
I ain't never really, the first album I bought, I was on Eric Onassis. I was on Death Squad. That was my first CD I ever bought. I never bought a CD from that. We was stealing them shits and we were taking them, or I'm taking them shits out somebody's car.
Downtown Beach Street.
Or you got your man that's always
no,
but you got your man that got everything. You got the music geek niggas. They is everything that dropped, they got it. So you just go to their crib. Yeah, I listened to it already. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm taking that. And that's what it was. But that's the first shit I ever bought. I was on it. Like, my name, I'm like, damn. That's what I really was saying. Like, I ain't getting no, till I make it on a joint. I ain't buying no, but I was doing that to play. I would have bought something. But we ain't have to. Like, you know, you in the projects, you know that geek nigga that's got everything. He got something first. You going right to his crib and we could take that shit. We could hold his CD. Yeah, give me that. Like, you feel me?
The CDs, if people don't know what CDs are, for the young people, it's a disc, and you slide it inside the car. Now everything is digital now, so we came up with CDs, tape cassettes, CDs, Walkmans. I don't know if y'all guys seen that before.
Walkmans and CD players.
Yeah, y'all might want to Google that.
My first shit with a Walkman.
What was your first album before?
Might want to Google it.
My first purchase wasn't actually an album. It was a single. It was a Naughty by Nature.
I forgot.
OPP?
I think it was OPP. It was, so matter of fact, you had side A and side B
Hip-Hop
with singles.
Parade. The Hip-Hop
It was
Parade
Hip Hop Parade and OPP was the side B. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like albums, like when I think about it, I think, cause I was in like the 7th or 8th grade and Fushnickens. I remember going on a school trip and I had a colorful Columbia. You know, the Columbia jackets and shit. And I had the pouch right here. So I remember having my Walkman and I was bumping Fushnickens in my
That
headphones.
last move, we ain't got nothing to prove.
You know what I'm saying?
That was it right there.
So like I said, I had older cousins. They used to take me, when they go shopping and shit, I had the Daz Effects and I had Fushnickens cassette tapes like that I was riding on the trip with. That's what I vividly remember that.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
My first shit I bought was Little Kim Hardcore tape.
Cassette
I was just that shit down there every day, you know. I'm like, how the fuck she get this nice?
That shit was fire too. Like,
Right? Big.
That's been a few years later I found
That
out.
drum joint?
Big
That
right
shit was
for
like
I had the big version of that
Monster was
though.
behind him. The mechanics was behind the machine, you feel me?
My delivery was
what's my
space,
shit? The
though.
Peter
My
Piper
delivery was
effect on my bitch. I'm still
That bitch
trying to
really
do that
busted
song.
him. I told him not to trust him lyrically. I dust him.
That beat right
Queen,
there.
I like
I ain't gotta do that.
Queen,
No, I like that shit. I like that shit with Kim. Never
gotta jump
overload.
Queen,
What's
That's
that shit?
drugs.
That's drugs,
it.
baby.
Drugs is crazy.
Drugs?
Drugs is
Damn,
crazy.
Fab the
I
only one
love
that
you
did
like
it
the
over.
lie.
Fab the
Oh
only one
my
that did that
God.
over.
Y'all gonna have me tear my car up tonight.
Shit like that, you gotta leave alone, though.
Nah, you gotta touch that. You gotta resurface that because no, people forgot about that.
Drugs is crazy, man.
Crazy, like
It was done too perfect. Certain music get done so perfect, don't want to do it over.
Yo, Ross, that's how I felt when we was on the radio when they put on when Self put on Who Shot You. I was tight. Like I don't want to like certain shit I don't rhyme
don't
on,
wanna
so
touch
I'm
it,
not
right?
doing that. I was mad, so I'm like I don't want to rhyme on that.
Like did
I
it
had
too
to do-
perfect.
Like big shit on that. The pockets he was in different. He was in a different area code with that shit. Like that shit was like certain things I don't want to rhyme on them shit.
But remember, Who Shot You was circulating on the mixtapes at first. It's like, I remember begging my man, yo, bro, let me get a copy of that. That's when you had to
Yeah, Clue popping back then. Clue was a big deal. There was a bunch of D that was a big deal. Clue made it big for us too, though.
Really
Clue made it really big for our culture. You
East Coast
know what I'm saying? Seriously, like even when Fab came out,
Yeah,
we didn't even know who Fab was. You know what I'm saying? You know, we was around. I started being around. My family from my grandma's from Greenville and stuff like that. But he really had Fab like in that plateau, like the next thing up.
You remember when
he
he
was
was first heard
consistent
that?
with it.
The first that I heard from
Yo, with North.
That was it. That's
Remember
a
that
bust
shit?
him. That's a
About
bust him.
sport.
yeah, Fab and Sports. Yeah.
Sport. Yep.
That's a bust him. That freestyle right there.
That freestyle right there. Spelled fabulous wrong.
FABOLOUS. FABOLOUS.
Or some shit.
FABOLOUS. He spelled the way. He spelled the way. Yep. FABO.
Fab ain't going to high.
You did? Okay.
He didn't go to high. He
I
went to the old
used
high.
to always see him out
He went to the old high.
Because all the
when I got kicked out of
everybody that's the meet
we brought 3 blocks up.
Okay.
So my thing was he went to the old high. Cause when I got kicked out of the high, that's where I was bumping heads at him at. But you know, I got like 3 different schools in the old high. He went to one school, outreach, and I was at another spot. You know what I'm saying, inside the school. You would see him coming in and out, but he was that deal in. He still was going to school. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it brought motivation to me. Like, yo, I'm nice like him too. Like, it gave me hope to be, you know what I'm saying, to go forth with the music. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, he had a better break than us. I just feel like Bills is one of them guys. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain people get more breaks than others. You know what I'm saying? Make it harder. That's how life is. Sometimes in life right now, you could just try to figure out how to a bag or drop easy for somebody else, and you'll get the bag, but it just be hard for you to get the bag.
What I tell a nigga is like, stay on your shit. Like God just gave me my blessings for a whole nother lane. Like, but it's not about that. It's about, you know what I'm saying? I tell a nigga, like, your blessings come with your heart and your thoughts. When how you wake up, what you wake up thinking about, what you want to do. When you feel me? It don't start with, that's how it starts. You know what I mean? So the universe gonna honor that one way or another. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I got 3 things, you know, keep your heart right, your thoughts pure, God, and do the rest. Like, I got 3 things that changed my life. I've been doing this for 6 years. Like, the same 3 things. And, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I tell everybody the same thing. Like, I went down this path with music. I gave a lot of my life damn near to music. Like, you know what I mean? And then I got a blessing in another area. But I'm just saying, you don't know what you're going to be fucking good. You know what I'm saying?
Don't lie.
You might slip up and meet a nigga. Yo, man, I got a wax company. I want you to do this. Nigga, this nigga got, you got $1 billion sculpting wax company. Now you done fucking you don't know what your journey gonna be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just got, I just got the plug with the TV show shit, right? You know what I'm saying? So my mans, I did Jay-Z, shout out to my man Pop. I performed at his wedding and shit. So I was with all the people who I used to fuck with back in the days trying to get me on. So I fucked the wedding up, niggas, and we eating dinner, nigga like, I just feel like we dropped the ball on you. But I'm like, nigga, don't feel sorry for me. Like, now,
right.
It's cool. I'm cool with how my life went. You know, Matt, people be wanting you to be on more than you, but he like, Bills, we just could have did more. I'm like, bro, don't even talk like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. Right. But if you got something for me, right? I'm selling cocaine, nigga. I got a 3-year-old. Like, yeah, he like, nah, I'm gonna call you in 2 months. And you know what I'm saying? It's just that you don't know how God gonna make something pan out for you. Just stay your course, is what I tell the kids. 100%. And this shit ain't for everybody, because look, since we've been doing this shit, it's probably like me and niggas like him that's still making music. All the niggas is doing that, you know what I mean? I do this shit because I do it. This is what I want to do every day. Whatever I'm doing this though. You feel me? I got mad shit going on, but I'm doing this. Everybody know that. I'm doing this. So I got niggas that I really came up with that was nice, that ain't around doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I heard the joint in the Shy too.
You know
the music on the Shy.
Shout out to the Shy. Like,
and he got soundtracks on the Shy. His music in the back of the Shy, the music. So he's definitely locked in still with the music.
Nah, man, you know I just felt like everything, regardless what I'm doing in the world, I still gotta U-turn back to the music because that's my love. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Slime. Top 3 albums of all time.
Albums.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Boy, back against the wall like a motherfucker. God damn.
Say 5.
Shit, 3 is hard.
The artists is
Whoa.
Top
albums is hard.
Albums? God damn.
Life
Your
after,
top 3.
life after death.
That's a fact. I'm on that one.
That's a fact.
I want to say Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt is with Imaginary Players, right? Or is that?
Nah, I think that's volume 1. I think.
And Politics and Juju. Which album is that with Politics and Juju? Imaginary Players. That's that one. I forgot that I could play that shit all day.
What is that though? Because that's one of my sisters.
That's what I'm trying to. I don't know if
that's what with Jay when it comes to whole shit. You don't want to fuck.
I don't want to fuck it up.
I don't want to fuck it up either. It's too much.
Well, I just know Politics as usual. Reasonable. I mean, with that and my last, honestly, We Are the Streets.
LOX.
We Are the Streets.
Ooh, I think it's that spin.
Me too. I love Kiss.
Me
I play
too,
Kiss
boy.
before anybody.
Kiss for everything moving.
I love Home. I love Big, but I'd rather play Kiss before I really be bummed. Like if I get in my car and I'm by myself, I'm on the highway, I'm throwing Kiss on shuffle and just let that shit ride out.
About 150 on that.
I felt when D Block was beefing with the Rock.
Facts.
Even being from Brooklyn.
Facts. I was older. I wanted smoke a beanie and all that.
Me too.
I wanted smoke a beanie and all that.
Seagull
It's like nigga can't go against the Rock though.
Seagull is so nice. I hated that nigga back in the day.
He was too nice. I thought he was a robot at one time. How he was going off. He wouldn't stop.
That nigga was a monster.
He was making.
But he was a real monster in real life though.
Right.
So that made niggas like, he was a bully though.
Yeah, he was. Broad Street bully.
You know how that shit go.
I love the Rock so much, man. Nigga Singles fucking nice, man. And it take a nigga like him to be able to fuck with my niggas. That nigga's crazy. So
everybody else ain't had problems with it. It was quiet for them. 50. They killed 50.
They bombed on 50.
Who else they bombed on?
I love Power 50, but they
I love 50.
bombed on
He respected. He
stopped fucking with them niggas, bro. He left the niggas alone.
Niggas
You can't keep saying they don't got no money, they broke. Nobody want to hear that. You don't got
honestly, I need 5. I can't do 3. I gotta put Get Rich or Die Trying.
Gotta put that in.
That was nice. Oh my. I'm like, that's the shit. Like, I'm in junior high for 15, 16. We playing that shit now. Like, oh, nah, it's lit. Back down and it all like, I was hell
They
yeah.
had a good run.
But that album, I got one more. That album probably, you can play that. That was album 1 to is over.
I probably know like 2 songs on Get Rich.
Only 2 you like?
I probably don't like 2.
Oh, like always say
Rich.
2?
I'm not even a 50 fan like that, but Get Rich is
big deal, man.
listen to that
50
whole
shit
shit.
crazy.
Massacre and Self-Destruct was 2 crazy albums.
And my,
Massacre and Self-Destruct.
Stupid.
what was that? What I said? That was 4, right? I got one more, right? Man, it's a lot of music, bro.
I'm
Like,
going 5 now.
yeah, I'm going 5, man. I think it's a lot of music out of me.
Yeah.
Probably gotta go. Kiss. I probably gotta go Kiss. Kiss of Death.
Yeah. No.
Probably gotta go Kiss of Death.
No. Spooky.
I gotta take Life After Death. Reason being, that's when Big died. It was a big deal when Big died, man. When he died, that
double disc too. Don't forget that. That was a double disc.
Yeah, that double disc. It
Double
twisted
disc.
bad style bad.
twisted
I mean, it was heartfelt, man. It was bad. We lost something valuable to us. You understand what I'm saying? We lost the jewel. So definitely was Life After Death. All Eyes on Me. Pac. I stuck on Pac, bro. Can't tell me no Pac music that you put on that I won't know. I could throw some Pac on that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my brother was locked in with that. It's gonna mess you up, man. Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. Just love Bone Thugs. Oh, that was us in Bone.
Yeah.
Like, come on, let's be realistic. High school, we all love Bone Thugs. Like, we not gonna sit here and take away Bone. For the love of, you kidding me?
Yeah.
You kidding me or you shitting me? You know
That's
what I'm saying? Like, so we gonna make it make sense, bro. Like,
I ain't know none of the words, but I could harmonize all that shit.
it ain't mad at that. It ain't mad at that time. It ain't mad at that time. If you sit here and say something similar, yeah, the chick gonna think you know what you talking about.
I could harmonize Crossroads.
The whole shit.
I know Crossroads. I could definitely go Crossroads. Off the rip. You know what I'm saying? But they had other stuff like the joint they did with Pac.
Thug love.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Nah, they had mad shit.
That, like, so I was stuck on Bone Thugs. You know what I'm saying? That's my era.
Not to cut you off, but with Bone Thugs, when you think they got the East Coast love?
When they did Big, it's Bone and Biggie. It's Bone and Bone.
I think that was.
You understand what I'm saying?
The way the record, the vibe of the record. Though.
You understand what I'm saying? I can't take away Bone Thugs in them. You know what I'm saying? So
they made Big go to another level though.
Yeah.
Big ain't never do that.
Jumped out his box.
You ever saw the shit when he was talking about it? They was talking about how Big did this, how they did the song together. And they was all in the studio together.
Yeah.
And them niggas did the joint. Big said he got so high. He told them niggas, I'm gonna come back. I gotta study these niggas. I gotta master their flow.
Yeah.
Do their whole flow.
Yeah, he took the.
See how he came on? That was their whole flow. That's why I respected him.
Yeah.
So that's why I was big on Bone Thugs. So that's 3. I said Life After Death.
What happened, Bone Thugs?
Only 2 albums. They had 2 albums. The first one. It was the first one. I forgot the name of it. Yeah, old now, man. You know them.
Life After
Got shit that I
Death,
know. I
Bone.
just listen.
All Eyes on Me,
All Eyes on
Bone
Me.
Thugs.
We got 2 more.
I want to be precise about these last 2, man. I want nobody to say nothing bad about what I like to do, man. Damn. I go with Meth, man. Meth is back to Meth again, man. Like, Meth had a big influence on me, man. Meth album, his first album by itself, he had a big influence on everybody. I just can't say it's me, but I know it was a big influence on me. Of
course.
I ain't think nobody was better than Meth.
Because I was crazy when I was talking about meth.
You understand what I'm saying?
Niggas
I
was
don't
like,
think nobody was better than Meth at that time. It was kind of hard to get up with that boy and play with him.
And he was big. He was a big.
He was
untouchable.
He was Wu-Tang, but he was Meth.
He was
you know
bigger
what I'm
than
saying?
that.
It's
He
like
was
he
bigger
didn't have
than
Wu-Tang, but he Meth.
That's Wu-Tang and
You got Meth. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't really
Listen,
nobody
man,
in
the
Wu-Tang
chicks
that
was
had
loving
that,
Meth. You go to
but probably
Chris crib,
ODB.
Meth.
They got pictures
But it
of
still
meth,
wasn't
bro.
big as Meth. You could say ODB, but it wasn't big as Meth. Nobody in Wu-Tang, it's not a,
honey like
I'm not
Meth.
trying to debate, but what I'm saying is,
Nigga, my girl,
tell me
I'ma
somebody
tell you a funny story.
besides
Yo, Tim, I'm telling you a funny story, right?
Meth.
We was on tour, right? I told my baby, listen, I had to apologize to my baby moms and all that. So me and Meth, look, I'm opening up for Meth and them, right? We in like Martha's, we in some shit, just straight white people, right? So it was my baby mom's birthday. I flew up where we at. You know, my baby mom's Bahamas, long hair, all of that. So she up there, she never been to a concert. So I'm watching these niggas, but they doing a whole show to my baby mom.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I don't know. I'm down. I'm on like the fourth song. I'm like, cause you know how that shit go. You know these niggas is right. I'm like, yo,
This my bitch.
I go up there. Yo, what the fuck you doing? Nah, but I'm on crack though. I'm like, yo, you gonna let these niggas win a trade? But you know, these niggas came to your bills. We didn't know that them niggas told like they dying laughing at your bills. I'm like, nigga, y'all niggas trying to dying laughing at your bills. Leave her alone. But you know, she just so hype off of the
Right, or the love.
She never. And then I had to apologize because I'm like, this Method Man. Like I probably let you fuck Method Man. Like you know what I'm saying? Word mother, like.
Meth was
Just to make your life happy, because I'm a really retarded nigga like that. Like, yeah, man, this isn't gonna happen. But you know what I'm saying? Not saying like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying I'm stupid like that. Probably wouldn't happen that day. But if you did it and I ain't know about it, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Method Man.
Right.
Like, know what I mean? So I had to apologize to my baby mom because I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But she's so hyped just seeing she never been to a concert, and I'm drunk thinking, I'm thinking we in a club or something. Like, yo, we fucking with these niggas. These ain't these niggas. These is these niggas. Like that shit different. So you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. It's the last one, the Blueprint. Yeah, of course, Blueprint.
Number one.
What you mean number one? I just gave you.
She said that's the last one.
It was Blueprint.
Number one, yeah, number one, man, number one.
Yeah.
Blueprint.
Yo, I don't got no. What's the name though? I got I got bean shit, like, because I'm just naming shit from the era, like, when we was riding around doing shit, like, bean shit and Jeezy shit, when Jeezy, like, in the middle, like, Jeezy don't do it. And man, different, yo, no, oversized, just a spare truck in the tire. It ain't no, like, this shit we going through. We riding around with coconuts and guns, like, you know what I mean? So,
nigga ain't sell drugs, just sell drugs. When Jeezy would start talking.
This what I'm talking about, like, we was riding around this type of era when he said that, excuse me, license registration. And, oh no, yeah, I'm just coming from, tucking my son in. Oh no, ain't nothing in the trunk but spit. You know what I'm saying? You could do everything to gain, everything to loss. Just don't get caught. Like this is shit so it's like that era right there with the G's. And I say, I ain't gonna hold you, Nip. This Nip album, that's the most album I ever listened to a lot. Because I never listened, like all my life, I never listened to niggas. I make music, so one thing I never wanted to do was study somebody's shit. Yeah. So I never was a fan of it. Give me the album, I just listened to music. If it came past me, I listened to it. But this, because Nip hurt me like Big died. Like when Nip died, that shit fucked me up like that. Like, know what I'm saying? Because I fucked with Son. Like,
I knew Dog personally.
Yeah, I knew Son personally, and I know what type of time he was on with us. Yeah. As a movement in this culture. Wow. And that shit hurt a lot. Like, know what I'm saying? And that nigga died right before my birthday, so we going out, and that nigga's like, yo, Dip died. I'm like, what?
I got a story about Nip, right? So we in the studio, right? Me, Jim, my man Bully, that's Dave East manager. We all in the joint. So, Jim used to have a bunch of people come in the studio. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know who homie was. We like, who the fuck is this nigga like Snoop? So we joking in between us, right? So he go in the studio, he go inside the joint, and he made a song. It was him, my brother, and Jim. So he started off, all the bloods inside this. Nothing gang, them big blood niggas in there, everybody in there. And that nigga came in there and started the song where we said, first off, I'm a motherfucking low. So everybody like, fuck, son talking about, like, you know what I'm saying? So everybody's like,
round the bloods.
Round all the homies. He came in there and started his shit off. So he was on that type of time. So I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga Jim got? Yo, Jim get out of line. I'm about to get him out of here too, blood. Like, he's bugging. Like, so we bugging. So me and my boy Bully, we going back and forth because we hear the accent, but we don't know who Nip is. So we like, motherfucking low. So we playing, right? Why the nigga come out while we playing with him? Talking about, like, playing with his accent. He looked at us. We tightened back up and looked at the nigga. And he walks off. When he gets out of the shit, me and the nigga Bully start laughing. After that, we just looked like we clicked. You know what I mean? Because he had a good relationship with my brother, so we used to catch him in Miami and all over the place. So he was a solid dude for the culture. So
solid.
Female Matrix.
Female
Matrix.
Free the bro, man.
Definitely Life After Death. 36 Chambers. Only built for Cuban links.
I was gonna say that too.
American Gangster. Mobb Deep.
With the Shook ones on?
Shook ones?
Infamous.
Mobb Deep had us, man.
Yo, Mobb Deep,
too,
son.
man.
That shit made niggas tough, son. I ain't gonna hold
You
you.
hear me?
Yo, Shook Ones was the first song that made niggas tough. I ain't gonna hold you.
You hear me?
What song made you tough like that? What song sound like that?
And these is from front to
Shook Ones
first
is
track
like
to
a who
last
shot
track.
you, like when that shit come on.
That stove clicking.
Son,
and 50.
son.
That what up, bro?
That shit
What up? I don't hear that shit. That shit too rattle you up.
Yeah, that food too. Yeah, that food was crazy too.
Oh yeah, that's one of them too.
Yeah, that's
Self-destruct by 50 in there.
A lot of shit happened when that song came.
people get hurt off that Yap That Food. You was inside the club or the little house parties and all that shit, and you wasn't like that, and you had something shimmery on you. The chances was you was getting bent up out of place. You know what I mean? You was gonna get crunched up in the
I
nasty
seen
way.
the Bloods wild out of the Cameron shit, son. Crazy. That shit put on. Like, look at these niggas. That shit get me hype. These niggas is acting like they in the motherfucking break when niggas be slam dancing this shit.
The mosh
They just start grabbing niggas. Boy, I'm like, oh, these niggas, the one who's the best you.
Chip, you gotta get 5, Chip.
Yeah, give me 5.
You gotta get 5. Chip.
5, I think Life After Death unanimous.
Yeah.
That's number 1.
We on the street.
That shit unanimous.
Yeah.
Reasonable Doubt.
It's 3.
He on the streets.
3, that's 3.
That's 3.
Little Kim Hardcore.
My son ain't missing Little Kim out
You're
there.
not missing Kim out of that.
Shout out to Kim,
Facts.
my little woman friend. What's that nigga said?
My man X.
Damn.
Boy.
Dog.
Damn, why we
Which
ain't talking about the dog?
Dog.
Every album the dog had was monstrous.
Used to be my dog. You was in my
albums, though.
You gotta read out. You know what you're talking
We gotta
about.
listen to albums though.
The first game Rider died. Thought he was
to the
riding
last
with me.
song.
Found out he a
Dog.
bitch.
Damn, the dog.
It's a certain era you listen to albums.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, man. Shout out to, man, God bless X, man. X made it real for us, man.
Just act like they be acting, man. It be the music, man.
X made you want to have a pit bull, boy. X wanted me to get a pit boy bull and all them, man. Like, damn, X.
I ain't gonna lie.
Nigga shot his dog out like he was getting money with his dog.
I'm telling you.
Yo,
He was robbing niggas with that dog.
Robbing nigga with that dog. That dog was growling, trying to eat shit up.
He was getting money.
X was a different type of animal.
Man.
Different breed of animal,
He
bro.
wasn't a rapper.
They was trying to rob X in Miami, man.
He was a real.
He was a real nigga that rap.
Chicks like, he right
He was
here,
a
right
real
now. See
nigga
X
that
is trying to
rap.
get you.
That's
Me
all,
and Shooter.
Right.
Me and
That's
Shooter was
all,
together.
man.
Word them up. Like, years ago, me and Shooter together trying to rob him in Miami, the broad. Chick was trying to set him up.
Shooter, shout out
Shout out to Shooter, he doing real good. And we went out, I said, Shooter like, we should tell him? I said, hell, you be telling X. You kidding me? X might die tonight. We don't want X to die.
Oh,
We
yeah.
don't want X, your X, man. Shorty just said, man, you over here. The one that was trying to talk to you. She on the phone with a nigga. He said, oh, good looking, dog. That was it. He didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he was going to say something to her. He didn't give a fuck. But it felt good to say something to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck with X, man. Fuck with X.
X.
You got 2 more. You got
Man.
2 more, man.
I got 2 more.
Nah, he named 5.
He named 4.
He said 5.
I said.
Oh, they little Kim. I forgot Kim. Put Kim in that thing. My bad. Put Kim in that thing.
Please. The truth is honorable mention.
Yeah.
Niggas had dog chains on their neck, man. X started some
Seagull
shit.
shit. That's awesome. So that nigga Seagull had some shit.
Man, he don't get enough credit.
That album was
He's
crazy.
top 10 rapper of all time. I don't care what nobody.
Back, man.
I don't care if shit went platinum.
He made
I don't
Die.
care what shit makes.
Come on. Who made Die
That's
like
crazy.
that? Die from vocal booth spitting out
He's
raw.
beefing with the locks. I
Die because the door was open.
It was locked. Die because the nose was broken. It was
I don't see. Fucking
Die
That
caught
nigga
fucking his
dropped that
bitch in his
I think you
bed.
can do that over, Bill. I think you can do that over.
When he did
I
that,
think you got it. I think you got it to do that over.
when he did that,
I think you can pull it.
Yeah, I can fuck with that.
I think Bills can pull that over, y'all.
That's a good one for
I
me.
think Bills can pull Die over.
That's a good one for me. That's
Fucking this bitch in his bed. die because a nigga snitched to the feds.
That shit is.
That shit gonna be comedy.
That
Might
shit
get
like real
sparked,
comedy
might not
shit with
feel no
that.
that shit
pain. Might
touched
go
my
out
soul.
like Dawskin Jermaine.
Take a couple shots to the heart.
Nah,
to the
Siegel was wild.
Young Buck didn't want to
Come off his chain.
Couldn't handle the rock.
Got horsed in the game. Boy was a robot.
That nigga was. What?
He was a robot. He was a robot at that
He
time.
paid them pictures face.
What, son?
He paid them pictures like Big did.
And he had the mean.
I say the same, right? He painted pictures like Big did.
Might go out.
Siegel, when he
But you know what got me hurt right now, dude? Why niggas ain't mention Illmatic or nothing like that? Come on, man. Let's be realistic. Nobody over here mentioned Illmatic.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a Nas fan like that.
Man.
I love Illmatic.
I don't like.
Nas,
No,
pardon
no.
for the
Yo,
disrespect,
shout out to
baby.
Nas. I don't like when
Damn.
niggas be talking about, like I heard Yayo, all them niggas
The
talking
Firm
about
album.
storytelling and all that. Niggas don't put Nas in that. Like how you don't
How?
put Nas in
That
that?
storytelling
But Nas put, yo, what up, kid? I know shit is rough doing your bid. Nas made up, I'm a gun, like the gun
Gave you
shit.
power.
Back with
I
shit.
gave you power.
What stories is like up there with that? Like,
What Big?
they keep talking about is Ice Cube and Big with the storytelling shit.
Nas was up
But
there.
Nas gotta be in there, bro. Nas
Cube.
gotta be in there.
Shout out to Ice Cube. He shouldn't be in no.
Nas whole shit
I
was
don't
story.
even think Ice Cube should be in no type of nothing with them guys. No Big or Nas. Ice Cube can't even be with no Nas or Big.
I think
Well, that's
Ice
what
Cube
they-
like
They
that.
gonna say that because they
This
won't.
how they talking like
no
they,
West
Ice
Coast,
Cube
East
was
Coast.
nice, but
Ice Cube was okay.
No, he was good, but the way they
was okay.
the way they put him up, they putting that nigga up
See,
there like
they honor him like that because he write for other people. And a lot of other people that we don't even know that he wrote
Right,
for.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely.
So shout out to him because he definitely.
no,
up.
shout out to
They
Cube.
up.
but
Yeah.
Just
They
don't
up,
leave
he did right.
Nas out of the storytelling with
Hell
it.
no.
Can't do that. Can't
What
do
he
that.
said, release
You gotta
the
put
Femi.
Slick Rick in
Fiends get
storytelling.
skinny like if Queens was a Craig Jenny and scared
I'm
of dying
telling you, boy.
He made the whole gambling shootout.
You gotta put Slick
shootouts
Rick in
are similar to
storytelling.
Wild
Or
West.
story. If you categorize the storytelling.
They do
They
be
put
saying
Slick Rick?
Slick Rick.
Okay.
They don't be saying Nas. Like I watched like 5 interviews. They put Slick Rick, Q.
You can put Slick for sure. Slick started it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Slick Rick.
What about Cool G
Gotta
Rap?
put
Nobody
Nas.
saying about Cool G Rap. None of these people, bro. Like we are bugging in here right now. We are really bugging in here.
No, because that's like a terrible.
But you got to but you know what?
Came up from it, though. I had
G-Rap known for he known for this, so they gonna look at him like this. He known for the monster rap talk. Nas is like
riches.
Nas is like an
Monster.
open book story nigga. No, I'm just saying, like with the story shit, like he's crazy with that. When the pistol blows, the one is murder is a cool one. Tough luck, and nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like
Said no
What's that
rock.
sound? War report?
War report.
War Report.
I like the war report
CNN,
back
yeah.
then too.
Nori?
Yeah, I was fucking with Nori.
Capone and Nori.
They said no Rakim.
Rakim is good. Rakim good money.
That's
It's a little era behind, but that's an era before us. I can't. That wasn't my era. I came up under.
Rakim is my favorite OG.
I mean, I used to ask my pops who was the best rapper back then.
Rakim was my favorite.
Rakim or Kane. You know, my pop speak dude, so he's like,
I said Rakim.
like Rakim.
You gonna say
That's a fact.
Rakim?
That's what I say.
Facts.
Like Rakim.
Rakim was the best.
And
To me.
Rakim was running around with his jewels everywhere.
And he was booking niggas.
I'm telling you, he was that type of dude.
Big like we say Rakim, but I was what he can relate to. You know what I mean?
Damn, what's my
Nobody beats the so stops. Yeah, nigga. That
He do that
nigga.
juicy.
A lot of
What's
people
my
want
other
to be
son
that
that was
out
nice?
there,
That ain't no joke, man.
No, say you on that beat. Come on,
my
now.
other son that I'm like, man.
I got enough to go around.
My other son was a monster too, man. Why my brain ain't working right now?
What's going on?
Whatever.
Old school, bald head, light skin,
Boy, hey.
from out here.
Light skin ball head.
Light skin, bald head. What was his name, man? Something Star, not Split Star, Gangstar.
Gangstar.
Guru.
Guru.
Shout out
Not
to
Split
God.
Star,
Rest in peace.
Gangstar.
Rest in peace to
Not
Guru.
Split, but Gangstar. Shout out to him, no.
Shout out to shit.
Shout out to Gangstar. You need. Ain't got nothing against Split, but Split ain't doing it.
By this show. Let's start this shoot bomb. Jeff, top 5 rappers of all time. Matter of fact, no, before we get to that, who's your favorite rapper and why? The favorite rapper of all time and why? Go down there.
So, my favorite rapper of all time. You know, I'm gonna say, like, just without thinking, I'm gonna say Big, and his I gotta say big. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say big because even from when I was young, hearing his shit, and even now as an adult, I even went back and Googled the lyrics to certain songs and even reading his shit. His rhyme pattern is crazy, and he only did 2 albums, bro. Like the time span that he was here and the impact that he's done, and to know, like, you know, he from where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? To even be associated with some of the people that he influenced and all that kind of shit, that means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, he impacted me as far as culture-wise, you know, that shit. So as far as lyrically, like, it's big. I challenge people to do that. Go and Google the lyrics to whatever your song is, favorite song by Big is, and read the lyrics.
What's your favorite song by Big, though? That's fine. So what the question?
My favorite song is Downfall.
That's not all. Niggas have the pray on, my downfall.
That shit give me goosebumps, my nigga. Like.
Shit,
yeah, goose you up.
It's a few though. I'm not even gonna lie. That life after death is serious, bro.
I promise you.
That shit is serious, bro.
When the lie,
that shit ain't not
so hard that your head can't fit you.
bro.
Either I'm with you or against you. He was wilding like that.
Crazy.
the same question, bro.
I don't got no. I just got my 5 influences, niggas. I don't really.
Gotcha.
But I do fuck with Jeezy though. I fuck with Jeezy, but I gotta put Jeezy, Nas, Big, fucking
like,
my favorite niggas. Eminem. And Jay. Those my 5 right there. Like those are my niggas. That's all. Like. That's my shit.
I like one, huh?
I like it.
No, I said one.
Mine gonna come fast.
I don't really got
fast. He don't got one.
That's 2.
Mine's is fast. Got Jay, got Big. My number one is Jay. I told you I just fell in love with Jay. Dude, squeeze first, ask questions last. I keep cash, case cops arrest me, case kids kidnap me, kids get back me. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I got Big, Jay, Pop,
You gonna get the top 5?
Jada. Huh?
The top 5 second.
Oh, I wait then. I'm moving too fast.
Kiss.
I got him hit.
Kiss is death.
Kiss. What's your favorite song by Kiss?
Still feel me.
Space.
You just put me onto a Kiss joint recently.
That Kiss is man.
Still feel
My favorite Kiss song is I Don't Care.
Della Reese.
I was about to say,
that
got all that, get your shot.
That and my shit is the top. Still feel me and chilling. Sitting on about
That's my
half
shit.
a million.
All my niggas, all my guns, all my women.
Next 2 years, see what the million.
All for the love and trust.
All for the love.
I saw that Money Power Respect after they first out.
Right. That Still feel me is like neck and neck with me.
That album was crazy.
That was crazy.
Get the chain stick.
I see the vision of that album. I see
Yo, don't hit me in my head, man. Don't hit me that shit.
Still feel me. That shit was like.
That skit was crazy.
That shit was like that nigga talking like he right here going through what I'm going through right now. Having your kid. Bitch popped up with a kid. I got caught up, but then I put the cord up. Now the road just rich, it's taking me longer. It ain't killed me yet, so it's making me stronger. I don't know if it's the hate, frustration, or hunger to keep a nigga going and rapping for a reason. That's what that shit was hitting me like, nah, hold on, it's like, hold on.
Shit ain't just happened. Shit happened for a reason.
For a reason.
This shit number 1, they in the top 5.
My top 5?
Next 4.
My top 5? Alright, Kiss, Hov, Big, Fab, Stack Bundles.
Stacks. RP Stacks. I got stories about these guys. Damn.
Stacks is like.
Speaking of me in jail, man.
Like I wish I could have got a real Stacks album, like a real intro, a real R&B, like a real. Have you heard a Kiss album? I wanted to hear that so bad from Stacks because I knew he would have went crazy.
He was in his mojo, man. They stopped him before he got in his mojo, man. That's how they did Nip. Stop him before he got
Cause
right
it
in the
was like
mojo.
all the niggas
Kill
he was
Pop
with.
just like that. Right in the
None of them
mojo.
wasn't fucking with him. Everybody that was in that lane
He
at
showed
that
that he was
time.
so smart.
To even like Lil Wayne and them. Like Stacks was with all them niggas.
Yeah,
None of them niggas couldn't walk with Stacks at that time. Weatherman.
I was say Weatherman. He
Stacks
wowed
was
him up.
wild.
He wowed him up.
Anything he was on. Excuse me. Anything he was on. He had niggas by a landslide on the soul. Like, he had it. It wasn't no, nah, nigga went neck and neck with Stacks. Nah, that shit was landslide every time.
Right.
Every time.
That shit turned to his song.
So yeah, that's what, so to never get an album at all, like we got two from Big. Like to never get an album from that nigga.
We got cheated.
Crazy.
We got cheated out that shit, bro.
That's crazy.
We got
Like,
cheated.
all them freestyles, all that shit.
Top 5.
Jay, Big, Nas, Pac, Cole. Fuck with Cole. Cole is it right now.
Nice.
Cole.
Yeah, he's
nice.
definitely one.
Super nice. You understand what I'm saying?
Super nice.
He killed Benny the Butcher on his joint. Put the noose on Benny Butcher neck. And I like Benny. I like Benny a lot. I like Benny. He's the new guys though.
Yeah, they.
These are the new guys that's coming up. These are the new guys. Cole, Kendrick.
Yeah, I named my phone.
Let me have it again.
Jay, Jeezy, Nas, Big, Eminem.
Redman, Jay-Z, Big, M, and
Muff.
Wu-Tang.
X.
Nah.
I feel about the lots. I want to put on 3 of them.
That ass.
Yeah, they is one. You got to put them as one.
Right? I mean, just my favorite.
Nah, I gotta say,
But I love Styles P.
I'm about to say King Rocket Style. I just said that. I just said
It's like you can't have them niggas without. It don't feel right. Bro.
You can't play with the ghost, man.
Nah, you
my
can't.
last. I gotta say, I'm leaning towards Andre 3000, bro.
Dre is nice.
Leaning Andre 3000, bro. Like,
He's still a crushing.
and when he come with his features now, like it's still like
He be
16 ain't enough. Like that nigga be bugging, bro.
Super nice.
Nah, Andre was nasty.
No, he nice. But I never really isolate his type of
Andre was a cold-blooded.
like
As
that.
far as a solo artist and as a duo, like his features is crazy, bro.
But that's why this is good though.
Sure.
My shit, Big, Kiss, Nas, X, Jay.
Good. It's good foul. Good lineup. Somebody like Scarface?
That's a great.
Fuck with Scarface.
I never really listened to
That nigga,
Scarface
man.
like that. I gotta
when
get
I
into
noticed
him.
Scarface was nice with Jay started putting him on his shit.
I had to.
That's when I started hearing like snap.
What?
Guess who's Bazak?
What? He was crazy on that.
Oh, Bean shit too.
Yeah, Scar was
I'm
it.
drawing the spoon.
What was it, Back in Brad?
I'm telling you, Scar was a
Brad.
monster. Yeah, man, Pop was a real
Sometimes
deal,
I
man.
take an East Coast guy to go down there and get them.
But that's how it should be. That's good. That's how that shit should be though. Like
Yeah, Scarface nice.
because we merging the cultures together. Like
That's like when Jay jumped on Juvenile joint, the Han joint. That's like
You
when
ain't
certain
crazy.
people get on certain shit, like even UGK getting on with with Jay shit, like you knew about them, but it's like now like I accept them. Let me check out what else they got.
Stamped them. They stamped them.
Yeah.
Cause them niggas is really that nigga. Them niggas over there where they at. Like
Right.
you gotta understand.
Right.
You gotta understand how big these niggas is over there. Like
Where they
they were
from.
like even right now. Like I feel like we don't got the game because we don't stick together as much as them niggas out there.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like Gucci, you watch them niggas. Gucci be in the studio here, walk past. Damn, what's that playing in there?
Mad niggas on, bro.
Oh damn, y'all niggas nice. Y'all wanna open my tour for me? We won't do that.
Niggas
We'll
won't do
go
that.
somewhere else and get some niggas from somewhere else to open a tour for a lit nigga that's out here. Instead of you seen a nigga grinding all this time, put sun on. But that's what the South did. That's why they
That's what
snatched
New
the
York,
game
man.
from us.
New York like that.
New
though.
York is like a doggy dog world. I'm the
Divided.
nicest. I'm
Everybody
not putting
divided.
nobody on. It's
competitive.
no this. There's no
We
unity
too
out here.
competitive, man. We are too competitive in New York City.
It's competitive. It's the attitude over New York. Cause everything is just bad. It's horrible, bro.
Yeah, we are
I'm from here. We from here. We can live anywhere, but it ain't right. Like, you know what I'm saying? We too, like, if you ever got on the sub, like, I don't take transportation and none of that shit no more, but you ever see people's faces like this? Everybody just mad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why the fuck y'all mad for?
New York City for your ass.
That Southern hospitality is real.
Yeah, son, the Cali nigga give you weed in traffic. Man, you ain't smoking like this, nigga. This real.
I'll
like,
tell you some real
what?
shit.
Niggas giving weed away? Like,
right. Love, you think something wrong.
When Ready to Die came out, my uncle had just moved down South North Carolina. I had the cassette tape. Some OG nigga. I was in the 7th, 8th grade when that shit came out. This nigga gave me an ounce of weed for Ready to Die. He was like, yo, he was like it was cause they couldn't get it. They didn't have access to it down there. They gave me an ounce of weed for Ready to Die cassette tape, bro.
That's crazy.
That's how serious some shit was.
He got over.
Like, nigga, for real.
He got over.
It wasn't easy. You couldn't just press a button and you got a song when you had to go cop that. Niggas got a type of album. I know that for sure. My uncle had every album. Like, that's why you was like the first album I purchased was the night, but every album, hearing that shit, everything for, I had a shit of just album. That shit priced off from there all the way down.
Yeah.
Every rap album you could listen to. So back then, that nigga getting up, y'all gotta go to B Street. I'll be back.
B Street.
I gotta go right to B Street.
Right down the steps.
He going to get nigga might go get 4 or 5 albums at one time, just so he ain't gotta come back here.
That's waiting for it to drop.
That's why my project
Wait for the album
name,
to drop.
Music is Drugs,
Straight to
because
B
I
Street.
feel like, nigga, all over the world, it ain't just here, but it's really hit. We witnessing what it do to us. But it's a drug, my nigga. That's why that's the name of my shit. Music is drug. Like, you could be going through something and put some music on to relax and put a leader bank on with this bitch. Let me put this on with you feel me? It's like really set the tone for whatever you doing, bro. That's why they got elevator music. That's why they got this. That's why they got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Even you going shopping in them high-end stores, they got some music in there for you. You know what I'm saying? To tune you out. Know what I mean? They give you a couple glasses. Next thing you know, you 40K in.
I'm just happy to be a part of this shit, man. Like, I'm just happy to be a part of like a nigga. Like, even for him to call me, like I'm appreciative of every little thing, man. Because somebody realized or recognized a nigga had a little bit of talent. And that's all it's about, like, you know what I'm saying? And I do the same thing. I give back. I do it to the youngins, like, you know what I'm saying? If we don't give what we got back down, then what was we doing? You know what I'm saying? So we still got to spin this shit around.
One last question before we wrap this up, fellas. How do y'all feel about the state of hip hop? Current state of hip hop before the young rappers getting killed and going to jail?
So, man, I don't jack it right now. It's too much. It's not the same as back in the days where we came up. It's too much. Shoot them up, bang, bang. Just they walking indictments to me, basically. Like, shit, just a walking indictment, man. That's all it is. Like, it's good for the moment, but there's like, we like longevity shit. We want to hear that shit that we can hear all and on. Majority, no disrespect to none of the drill rappers. To me, it's just like, it's a one-hit thing. This not something I'm gonna play 10 years from now. This not something I could. It's not no.
It's faded music.
That's why I say lyrics outweigh a lot of this shit that's going on right now. Cause right now we still could rap a whole Biggie shit. You could throw that shit on right now and that shit sound like he just came outside today. That drill shit, ain't nobody going to hear that shit 10 years from now and shoot him up, bang, bang, I got this guy. They probably be looking at that shit like,
silly.
What the fuck we was doing back then?
I don't even know what they saying, bro.
I don't.
Everybody sound the same. Everybody drill rapping sounding the same. You understand what I'm saying? They taking away the culture, actually. I'm not going to be funny. Like, I'm not trying to diss the young bros cause I'm definitely here for y'all. However, there's nowhere in the world that you think that this is music. It's something else. It's not music. It's like rhythm. It's like
calculated.
You know what I'm saying? It's not
calculated. This is what they want to do, right? This is how I look at this shit, right? They're gonna promote that. That's why you hear My Booty Hole Brown, whatever, on the radio. You don't hear J. Cole's song on the radio. You don't hear niggas rapping on the radio because that's the diminish our culture and the way it's supposed to be. They want us to look like gangbangers. They want us to all shoot each other. They want us to do this. They'll put you got beef with them niggas? Yeah, give them a chain, give them $1 million. They're not going to put a nice nigga on. You know what I'm saying? Right. They're not going to do that because they don't want to push our culture that way. Same way young boy get caught with the grip. He still got his Nike contract, all that shit. But they pushed Kyrie to the side because he said this. They want to make us look like, yeah, he messed up, but it's cool for you can have a gun on TV. Like, I don't like the little nigga no more because he kept putting, you know what I'm saying? You got all the talent in the world. Basketball, not to switch this shit, but I'm just saying, it's all in one hand. It's come back to music because that's how they want us to look.
And they playing our music. They playing rap music behind it. When they was catching them, it was music behind them showing them, you know what I'm saying, the pistol. My thing that's bugging me out about this rap thing now, and I'll let somebody else go after this, the music is promoting us knocking each other off. This new shit, drop the Addy shit, is ridiculous to me. I'm from the street, bro. I'm not giving you no address to know where I'm at. The game is to catch me before I catch you. Why am I telling you where I'm at? You understand what I'm saying? And this is what the little kids are doing now. Give me an Addy, a location, I'm right here, kill me. And they putting it on the music and we sitting here promoting this shit. It's being spent on records, promoting it. You got a ton of rats out here on music, promoting it. You understand what I'm saying? The culture is drying out. We got right now, and I don't want to mention nobody's name because I ain't here for that, but you got people right now that's doing music with pure-blooded rats. Right now. How is the rap culture solid where we can't sit here and come as a unit and as one to push that away? Because that's not what we promoting, rap. That's what not hip-hop don't promote rapping. You understand what I'm saying? So it definitely, the dynamics definitely changed in this era. I don't really like this era. I'm not gonna lie.
But they want it. They just want controversy sales. They want that. They're gonna give the highest dollar to the controversy shit.
To somebody
talk about him being with a rat. Or let's give him $1 million. Let's give him this. Make it happen. It's like
WWF.
That's what it's like. It's not about the culture with them. It's about $1 with them people in them places. They trying to get $1 and suck $1 out of everything. And they fucking our shit up. And we going for it because I need $1. Ain't a good dollar. What I tell a nigga when we was getting money.
Desperation bag. So
you don't need to go over there and get that dollar. It ain't good. Leave it alone.
All money ain't good money.
You know, you an indictment. You in this. You in that. You know what I'm saying?
So as far as like the current state, I don't really agree with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna share something with y'all that I recently saw online. Is really going towards this AI shit. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at some of this stuff, when they talk about the genre, this says drill, or it says the mood. This is the mood of the record. Angry, dark, fear, heavy and ponderous, restless, suspense. The BPMs is 140, right? So that's the frequency of the music.
Right.
So now this one says trap, right? The genre is trap. The mood is heavy and ponderous. The BPM is 150. So this is how the music is making you feel. Angry, depressed.
Like a beast, man. They got it how you...
Well,
it's like a medicine, actually. It's like medicine. It's like medicine. It's like medicine. It's medicine, yeah, like you just said.
The music...
Right back to what you said. It's medicine,
about or look at something or hear the music and they give you them goosebumps. That's real energy. So if the music is drill music and it's making you feel that same type of energy that make you motherfucker feel like, yo, the next time I walk past, I'm knocking his head off. You look at me, the music is making you feel that way. Plus the drugs that motherfuckers are taking, it's beyond weed now. You know what I'm saying? So all of that shit tied into what you're seeing on social media, on TV, is big money that's being pumped into this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's an agenda, it's systematic.
I don't like what they do. I just can't get it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Salute to the young boys. Get your money. Get your money.
Like I got some real young boys making good music.
It's just not buzz.
That's what I can't make that shit mainstream. They making more money than ever right now.
They making too much. They making a ton of bread. And that's what the objective is. But my thing is, a lot of motherfuckers is getting knocked off before they get to enjoy the bread.
Yeah, I can't.
Or get an indictment before they enjoy the bread. So it's like they lining you up for failure in a sense. You know what I'm saying? They lining the kids up for failure. Let's be realistic. So now what happens is, all right, we're gonna give you a deal. We want you to do the drill. We want you to get into war. We want you to get into the selling the drugs. We want you to do the killing. How are you sitting here supporting your family? Where's that at? Where's somebody sitting here schooling like, yo, we gonna play the game, but man, don't be really going outside trying to knock nothing down. Just get the money. You know what I'm saying? You sit here, you get the money, and you get killed, or you get an indictment. The money going to the lawyers. Where your money going to? You ain't enjoying your money, you locked up. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really feeling it, bro. Nobody's coaching the young boys and nobody's guiding them, bro. It's no guidance. And they ain't really listening to us either. They think we don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's sad, bro. It's a sad era right now, bro.
Because the world, you know, a lot of shit switched up. I was just telling a nigga, like, the way the young niggas got their money is no consequences behind a lot of shit.
That's right.
We had consequences. Every block is 90 niggas selling Zaza. You couldn't come outside on my block if you wasn't a part of this. What's going on? Who gave you that? You getting booked and robbed. You can't. It wasn't none of that. So and then on top of that, they swiping. They getting their money mad easier. They don't want to listen to that nigga. Like, nigga, I ain't listening to you, nigga. I just let you borrow $100. I got more money than you. I ain't listening to you. They don't got no protocol and rules and regulations. Their brothers and fathers is locked up. They just know where the gun at. That's why none of them can't fight. So they just go get the gun. We know where the gun at. And now I don't gotta listen to y'all. And I could buy mad guns because I got money. And this is what we doing. That's how it turned into. Ain't no more fights. You see when it's a nice fight outside, somebody gonna get shot. You feel me?
30.
So
that's it.
There you go.
Yeah. Fellas.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you more, baby.
Yeah, this is episode 1. We gotta do this shit again.
Cornerstone Scoff. We wrapping it up. Episode 7.
Hip hop not dead. Hip hop not dead.
Years of it, man.
Years of shit. Take us away.
Keep going high till they free all the men. Gonna keep going high till they free all the men.